But speaking of weed, do you know who Paul Pierce is? Does that name ring a bell?
Sounds familiar. NBA player?
Yes, retired NBA player. He's literally the guy that kept Kobe from winning his sixth ring and tying up with Michael Jordan. So he has pretty valuable player if you really think about it in the history books.
Is he retired or
He's retired
is he
now.
still playing?
He's retired now, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, definitely a beast NBA player. But he was after he retired, he became an analyst for ESPN, so he was a reporter. And recently, like I think a week ago or something like
Like
that,
the Shaq?
Shaq I think works for
Like
TNT.
Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah, he's an analyst, but I think he works for TNT.
Oh.
So Paul Pierce about a week ago or something like that was on Instagram Live out here in LA, just showing a good time that he was having at like a poker event, which with a whole bunch of strippers getting paid good money. They were out there twerking, doing their thing, and he was out there having his little dranky drink, you know what I mean? Puffing that little ganja, you know what I mean? Burning that thing up on Instagram Live, just talking his mess, and people out there like, damn, Paul Pierce, like you out here doing your thing, this and that. Of course, man gets fired the next day by ESPN.
Damn.
I mean, come on, bro. Like, and ESPN said something that I was like, yeah, I would do the same thing as a business owner, and my employee would do that. But I also, I personally think that Paul Pierce wanted to get fired because he wouldn't do that. Come on, bro. Like, you're going to get into some shit if you do that. Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
Did he really think
sure
that, like...
He's aware.
Yeah, exactly. He's not stupid, you know what I mean? I think he did that purposefully. But ESPN fired him basically saying that it's not so much that the content was out there, it's that he posted it himself. If they would have seen it online from somebody else, it is what it is. He's doing his thing in his spare time. But him publishing it himself puts out a certain image. And I was like, yeah, bro. I mean,
his platform.
Who owns ESPN? Do you know?
I don't know.
Disney.
Oh.
So, come on.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, that's the thing about being employed, too. You have to be super, especially like if you're working for a big corporation like that, you have to be super careful.
Oh, yeah.
On everything you do.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I feel like a lot of celebrities like haven't even like ventured into YouTube yet, or even like restrain themselves from posting on social media because they're scared of doing something wrong and then getting fired for something.
Right.
Because these people are at these corporations' mercy.
Yeah, 100%. If you're working for these corporations, 1,000%. That's why it takes so much longer. I mean, not necessarily. Some people just blow up instantly, depending on what you do. But it is harder, and it could take way longer. Generally, it takes longer to build your own platform and do your own thing and your own brand. But in the long term, it pays up because you're your own boss and you do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, you could be posting a family-friendly content, and if tomorrow you decide, say, fuck it, I'm just going to talk about strippers and drinking and drugs. You could do that shit, and nobody could stop you.
I much prefer that, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
I much prefer being my own boss, being self-employed, than being at the mercy of a big corporation.
Same.
Or even a big studio.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Because look at what happens. Look at what happens to people that are in movies and get canceled. They stop getting booked, and then what? Look at the guy from fucking House of Cards. What's his name? The guy that got canceled.
Oh, shit.
He
taught a master class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's his name? Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Bro, like, what is he doing with his life right now?
But, I feel like this cancel culture thing is starting to slowly dimmer down.
Yeah, but he's still canceled. He's still not getting booked for anything.
I feel you. That's the thing. It's like, a lot of these people too, bro, like Paul Pierce, for example, he has so much fucking money, and I'm sure Kevin Spacey does as well. They don't really give a fuck. Like, they do, but they don't.
But it also depends on the person's spending habits,
Sure.
because what if they have a huge mansion, what if they have a bunch of people on payroll, or if they're like giving money to their family like on a regular, like,
Right.
he made his mom quit his job, or her job. So, like things like that add up.
Right.
And like if you're not getting booked anymore, like what the fuck
Yeah.
happens?
No, for sure.
Imagine if you saw Kevin Spacey working at the mall or something, like how fucking weird would that be?
Yeah, but he'll get opportunities besides working at the mall. Unless you really fuck up that
But
many
who's
times
gonna
in
give
that
him that
battle.
opportunity though? See, if I was Kevin Spacey, I would take matters into my own hands.
Well, right. Build a fucking
Like,
YouTube
bro,
channel.
look at David Dobrik right now. Exactly. And he also, every Christmas Kevin Spacey puts out a video. I don't know if you ever noticed.
Mm-mm.
He puts out a video playing the character he played in House of Cards. It's really weird, like the monologues and shit that he be doing, but it gets a lot of views and it gets a lot of attention.
Right. Yeah, no, I never saw that.
So he could do that shit on a regular basis and actually create something for himself. I don't know.
Yeah.
But even like David Dobrik, for instance, like, bro, he could be charging like so much money for like a session of like how to fucking do social media. Like, think about it. Even if you are canceled,
I mean, I'm sure
like he could charge so much money for like to teach one on one with someone, like to teach these to be an advisor for these big corporations. Even if he's canceled, he has the
I mean,
knowledge.
yeah, he has the knowledge, but if somebody finds out what these big corporations are hiring David Dobrik when he's canceled, that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Well, a big corporation is just an example, but like if I was a rich guy and I was trying to do social media,
Right.
why not
Right.
fucking book David Dobrik to teach me how to do Instagram,
Yeah.
or teach me how to do YouTube?
Yeah, no, I definitely get that.
Even if he charges me like a crazy amount.
Yeah, but I'm also sure that same thing with Kevin Spacey. Like, I'm sure that somebody's asking him, like, hey, be my acting coach on the private or on the low, and he's getting paid a shitload of money. I'm sure that happens. I'm sure there's opportunities like that. He's still a fucking beast-ass actor.
Did they pull his masterclass out since he got
I
canceled,
have
or
no
no?
idea. No idea.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yeah.
It was a good masterclass.
It was a good
He's
masterclass.
a hell of a fucking actor.
He definitely is.